You're listening to Travel Tales with me, Isabella, your virtual travel agent. On this podcast, we dive into the details of my favourite destinations around the world. I am so excited to share these destinations with you, how to travel there, where to stay, and what to be sure not to miss adding to your itinerary. I'm your guide to becoming a travel superhero. In today's episode, we're heading to the ends of the earth. Ushuaia, Argentina is nicknamed the end of the world. And now, while it's technically not, they can sure see it from their front window. Despite being remote, it's home to magnificent scenery, an abundance of wildlife, fun outdoor activities, and friendly residents. Located at the southernmost point of South America, Ushuaia is a traditional frontier town surrounded by the Marshall Mountains on one side and the Beagle Channel on the other. It's the capital of Tierra del Fuego, the land of fire, that was so named because of the numerous cooking fires the first Europeans saw in the area when they sailed by during explorations. Originally, Ushuaia was settled by British missionaries who were keen to convert the local indigenous peoples to Christianity. Until the early 20th century, there was more commerce between Ushuaia and the nearby British-held Falkland Islands than the rest of South America. Then, the Argentinians took possession of the territory and turned the area into a prison for repeat offenders and political detainees. During the Falkland War of 1982, Ushuaia was an important port and staging ground. Today, however, it's a peaceful, remote bastion for outdoor pursuits and a very cool place to visit. Its particularly enviable location has made Ushuaia a good starting point for both land and sea excursions, including hiking in the surrounding archipelago and cruises to Antarctica. Aside from magnificent scenery, Ushuaia's wildlife is one of the area's biggest draws, and many travel from far and wide to marvel at whales, dolphins, sea lions and the penguins found nearby on Yekapacela Island. When you're not admiring frosty glaciers or touring local ranches, you could be knocking back a beer with the local fishermen or riding the southernmost train in the world. Here's a pro tip. The currency used is the Argentine peso. Around 100 Argentine pesos is equal to £1 British pound, though the rate regularly fluctuates. That makes it very easy to compare prices. Malvinas Argentinas International Airport sits just 3 miles south of Ushuaia and is just a quick 3-hour plane ride from Buenos Aires. From the airport, most travellers take a taxi into Ushuaia. A one-way taxi journey will take around 20 minutes, despite the short distance, and cost about £5 British pounds. Once in Ushuaia, the town centre can be explored on foot, and taxis are readily available to take you to attractions slightly out of town. Here's another pro tip. While Ushuaia has a sub-polar climate, the town enjoys mild temperatures in the spring, summer and autumn due to its proximity to the waters of the South Atlantic. However, Patagonian weather is renowned for being unpredictable, so always pack a winter layer just in case. Ushuaia is the perfect place to commune with wild nature. Here are my favourite things to see and do around Ushuaia. Cruise the Beagle Channel and follow in the footsteps of Charles Darwin as you sail in the search of new lands. Keep your eyes peeled for whales, sea lions and dolphins along the way. Parque Nacional Tierra del Fuego is a must-visit national park if, like me, you enjoy dramatic waterfalls, snow-capped mountains, and glorious shimmering lakes. Explore on your own or book a hiking tour with a local guide. Visit the nearby Isla Martillo to be up close and personal with a colony of penguins. You'll have to join a guided tour, but stepping foot on the island and walking amongst penguins is exciting, fun, and informative. Just make sure you don't wear your best shoes, if you understand what I mean. Tren del Fin del Mundo is an exciting ride on the southernmost train in the world. The 1-hour journey heads to Tierra del Fuego National Park, so you can tick 2 attractions off your list in one go. Strap on your walking boots and crampons and join a walking tour to Marshall Glacier. This impressive ice formation sits just outside of the town and offers a fantastic chance to explore a beautiful glacier while enjoying views of the Beagle Channel. Crank up the adventure scale and go skiing. Ushuaia has such cold temperatures that snow skiing can start at a lower elevation, which means lowlanders will appreciate the extra oxygen. The summit at Cerro Castor is just 1,003 metres or 3,261 feet and runs it down to just 200 metres or 660 feet above sea level. Cerro Castor is challenging enough that it hosted the 2012 FIS Freestyle Slopestyle World Cup. It also has the longest ski season of any resort in South America, so there's plenty of time for après-ski. Downtown is ideal to wander around on foot, and you'll come across craft beer bars bustling with locals, Alcamen Ramos General Store, which is lined with local memorabilia, and several quaint shops selling souvenirs. And now a word from our sponsors, the Journey Hero travel app. Soon you'll be able to download the coolest new travel app available anywhere. The Journey Hero travel app puts the power of artificial intelligence on your phone to locate fantastic deals that are tailored just for you. The best part, however, is that after you book and even pay, Journey Hero will continue to look for better deals. When it finds a better deal, it will give you the option to change, and if you accept, it will refund the difference in fees to your credit card. How cool is that? Everyone wants an unexpected windfall. You can use the extra money for buying an alpaca jumper. You'll undoubtedly need one. Now, back to our podcast. All of the outdoor fun and exercise is liable to work up your appetite. The cuisine at the end of the world is delicious because the locals make the most of their surroundings. Expect to dine on local lamb, fresh seafood, and other Fuegian delights. Here are my 3 favourite Ushuaia restaurants. Reina Morena restaurant is located inside the Los Cauquienes Resort and Spa. This fine dining restaurant serves a blend of international and Patagonian cuisine. Order the braised hake followed by creme brulee. You'll thank me later. Chez Manu is one of Ushuaia's most popular fine dining restaurants. Head chef Emmanuel Herbin takes traditional French cuisine and adds an Argentinian twist. I recommend the Patagonian lamb and the tenderloin carpaccio. If you've just returned to Ushuaia after a day of adventure in the surrounding wilderness, head to Patagonia Mia and tuck into some Argentinian barbecue. Expect hearty dishes slow cooked with love. Regardless of where you eat, you'll find the food healthy, hearty, and at excellent value. Because of its reputation of being about outdoor adventure, Ushuaia isn't renowned for being a party town. Even so, there are a handful of places to enjoy a tipple or two. Check out my favourite bars. Crooned Ushuaia is an American restaurant and bar serving pizzas and craft beer. The long tables and benches make you feel like you're in a German beer hall. Viagro Bar Restro is a small bar and restaurant known for its cocktails, but it also has a nice array of craft beers behind the bar. If you're lucky, you might land on an evening of live music. Casa Olmo, similar to Crooned, is another popular American pub serving craft beer and pizzas. You'll find it just behind Ushuaia's Museum of Local and Natural History. From mountainside resorts to luxury hotels with on-site spas, I've rounded up 3 of my favourite hotels in Ushuaia. Aroca Ushuaia Resort and Spa sits high on a rocky outcrop above the city and is one of the most contemporary hotels in Ushuaia. If you're after a 5-star stay with state-of-the-art amenities, look no further. The luxurious Los Cauquienes overlooks the Beagle Channel and boasts smart and spacious rooms. Ask for a room with mountain or channel views and you'll have spectacular vistas from your bed. Las Hayas Ushuaia Resort boasts a spa, Turkish baths and hot tubs, making it the perfect accommodation when you need rest and relaxation. This hotel is particularly well suited for couples on a romantic break. Ushuaia offers all of the spectacular scenery of Alaska in less explored and largely unspoiled grandeur. Ushuaia might be the furthest destination from my home on the cloud, but it's definitely amongst the closest to my heart. Thanks for listening to Travel Tales with me, Isabella. Before we go, please show some love by leaving us a review where you found this podcast. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Journey Hero app for more travel inspiration of some of my favourite destinations around the globe. You can also sign up to our newsletter from our website, www.journeyhero.net, to receive updates when I post new blog entries. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll be escaping to the magical kingdom of Orlando.